We'll see.
I don't have all of these before, so. It's hot, isn't it?
I see them watching the women's volleyball last night. Pretty good deal. That's like the first gold medal.
We need to sing happy birthday. His birthday is
Today?
yesterday.
Oh, it's too late then.
You don't have to sing the rest of the song.
Church of what's happening.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have the burning desire after she played that to go, oh yeah!
Oh, you did it.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. It's good to be with you this morning. For those of you that didn't see the news, I suffered my 70th birthday yesterday. So as George Burns would say, at my age, it's good to be anywhere. He said it when he was older, though. So, congratulations. Welcome here, welcome there. We're glad you're with us. If you're not here with us in person, I would encourage you to get some food in front of you because very shortly we're going to start eating here and we're going to eat until it's all gone. And there's a lot of it there. So anyway, well, I want to start this morning with a wonderful prayer that I found in the book that Aaron gave me a couple years ago for Christmas. And this is called A Prayer for the Preparation of an Artisanal Meal. How many of you think cooking is easy? I only see one hand. And that's the guy who makes brats and burgers. Can you make the same things your lovely wife makes?
If I've got a recipe, sure.
You can? Okay. We're going to hold you to that. I love to cook, but more importantly, I like to eat. So, and that certainly shows. Your ability to cook is not nearly as obvious as your ability to eat. Anyway, I want to start this morning with this prayer. Is it possible that a meal might be so infused with a holy artistry, so thoughtfully prepared with intent to convey comfort and delight, as to make the one who consumes it remember again, even for a moment, that there is a God and that his care for them is tender? Then let us set about to make that meal, O Lord. Let us ply our culinary craft as a poet might approach her masterwork, weighing each word and phrasing with deliberate intention, shaping the design as a whole, while working nuanced echoes of some major theme into finer details. Let us thoughtfully consider and carefully construct the layered experience of those who will consume what we create, so that its pleasures and surprises will unfold sequentially to the eyes, the nose, the tongue, as a poem composed of taste and texture. Let us labor with attention paid to the tinglings of heat and spice, to the interplay of herbs and oils, to the mingling of things sweet and tart, salty and sour. Let us paint in pleasing combinations of colors arrayed upon the plate, in complementary arrangements of line and form, in a medley of aromas blending into one bouquet. Let us play with a glad cascade of sumptuous and savory flavors. Let us stretch our artistry, O Lord, using every means at our disposal, to craft a meal that might awaken in the soul of those who share it a yearning hunger which might only be finally satisfied by the bread of life and the wine of God at the time of the world's remaking. Let us make this day a meal that would point to that day, a meal to remind of the beauty and the love and the promise undergirding all creation. Let us make a meal to remind our pilgrim guests that life will not always be so burdened, that their days of exile will end, and that they will feast at last joyfully in the city of their hope, at the table of their God kingdom, at the wedding feast of their prince, at the dawning of the golden age, untouched by mortal sorrows. If such a meal can be made by these hands in this kitchen, O Lord, then let us breathe here the breath of your Spirit, and let us set about to make that meal. Amen. A lot of interesting thought in that. Because how many of us, when we cook something, don't really think about what it took to get the ingredients to you? What it took to come up with the recipe? You know, every recipe we have, somebody tried it once. And if it worked, then they went, hey, that's pretty good. If it doesn't work, I know where there's a wastebasket. And you do too, don't you, Nancy? Yes, okay. Nancy's made so many things and thrown them out before she got here. Being the sole judge, not allowing us to use our expertise in judging food. So this morning, we're going to eat, drink, and be merry. We're going to have food. We're going to talk. Some of us will listen. Some of us will talk some more. But this is the day that the Lord has made. And yes, we have peace like a river. I love that jazz arrangement. That's awesome. So at this point, why don't you go over and fill some plates and get yourself ready, because we're on the road to a worship service. And if you're out there this morning, it went off? No. Oh, and if you're out there this morning, I invite you to go right now to your kitchen, open a pantry door, open a cupboard door, open the refrigerator door, and find something delicious to eat. And if you can't find something delicious to eat, just find something to eat. You'll think it's delicious later on. But this morning, we're going to talk about food. Isn't that amazing that this church would talk about food? We're good at that. We're also good at eating. So I hope you join us this morning and enjoy your breakfast. Oh, yeah, I guess you should.